Good evening, or, well, good morning. Hi, it's me, Cardi B. It's kind of morning, because it's like 12:19 a.m. here. And we are going to play some more Roottrees Are Dead. I did not advertise this stream. I just want to see who will show up at 12:19 a.m. without me saying anything. This is a test. So if you're watching this somehow, then I appreciate you, and I think you're great. If you're not watching this, then, I don't know, I have nothing to say to you. You're not even here. But we're going to play some Roottrees Are Dead and see how far we can get in the mystery, so let's just stop the music. Right there. We'll stop it right there. But we can turn on the Roottrees music. And then we can head back over here. We should be good to go. Hi. All right. Yeah, I don't know that anyone will actually show up at this hour, and that's okay. I'm here for me, honestly. I'm here for you too if you're here. I notoriously do not check my viewers list, so I don't know if I have anyone actually watching. And that's okay. Let's go to where we... What's any of this stuff? Alphabet Davis and the erased names of the Genesis. So we were actually, last we checked, we were looking at this new version of the diary book. We learned all about Sam, which Sam we added over here. Samantha Roottrie is the illegitimate daughter of Elias. We learned about Ernest. Our kids are Ernest Madsen and Gwyneth Madsen. I do not know what they look like. I think we know. We're guessing on these guys here. What else are we close on? So we could possibly get a triple. I mean, we don't know this baby's name. He's a Roottree. At this point, there's not a lot of male names. Wolf. Though I suppose that could be a female? I don't really know. It's not Candy. It's Christina. That baby's name is Christina. We got that through guessing. Okay. We did not have any optional entries, but that's okay. Baby Christina. We got that one. Okay, we still don't know Edward's wife. Don't we? Hold on. No, we don't. married someone it's illegal to marry in the state of Pennsylvania. So I don't know what that means. I still have not learned what that quite means, but that's okay. All right, we're getting some places. We gotta start unlocking the Morden side of things. So let's go back to the diary. We got the Sam thing down. This taught us a lot. She's Patsy's daughter. We knew that. Raised by EC. And Mr. EC and Miller. Alright. The companion piece of the entry about her son, Clark. Reading this book, I get deja vu. As I write this addendum, Clark's got married again. Okay, so we know about the remarrying. Eli C stepped up and helped. Which Eli C is here. Okay. We don't know about James and Diamond's kids. Marrying Jane to keep her from running out of the band. Without her, he'd be the third wheel, and I imagine they wouldn't last long as a trio, but still I don't think a marriage on such a shaky foundation like that can last, and Lord knows I was right last time. So that's Jane LaRue, and that means that's how we got to Kim LaRue. Feedback. The biggest complaint I got after publishing my diary was how many similar names there are, and I get it, there are 4 Eli's for Pete's sake. But that's how it is. Someone would say I saw Eli in town, and I wouldn't know which one they meant. My brother, my uncle, my cousin? That's why they became Uncle Junior or Miracles Eli or Eli C. Our family's names were always unusual. Grandpa Elias was a believer in using the names of each generation to honor those in the last. His father and Grandma Gwyneth's father were named Edward and Clancy, so now you see where my pop's name came from. One thing that's always been consistent in our family, though, is that anytime someone's a junior, they're always the firstborn son. Aha. That goes for Miracle, Eli, or even Clancy. With the women, however, it all goes out the window. Okay. If you're reading my diary and confused, you're not alone. Even the government had problems. I remember once receiving a certified mail for an Edward Clancy Roottrees. I had to break the news that they got my father's name backwards. Which we know her father is Clancy Edward. We knew that. We do know that the juniors are the firstborn sons now. So that's good to know, always. Let's see. Makes sense. Ernest Matson Jr. goes to the left. I don't know if anything else has been learned here. Hey, Herms, how's it going? Rather a fun bonus. Apparently this is the first thing she could find that she ever wrote. She knows it was a school assignment about anger, and she believes based on the teacher's name she must have been in the 3rd grade. She doesn't exactly remember the event spelled out here, but she does remember getting in trouble. I got angry when I met a new girl who I do not like. She was dirty and did not have a pretty dress. Me and Pop walked home in town and she hugged him. When I told her he was my Pop, she pushed me. I got angry and yelled at her, and Pop said to treat her nice. Then she said, "Your Pop is my dad." She screamed it loud in my ear. She was lying to me, and lying is not a nice thing, so I pushed her too. Then I got in trouble. Then Pop took her away. He told me, "Don't worry, I am glad she is gone." Fun bonus. Anger. Huh. Your Pop is my dad. So more illegitimate children, I guess, are out there somewhere. But I don't know how that would help anything. Okay. Okay, so that added quite a bit. That was cool. Let's see what else we can sort of start to. Edward Roottrees, the lawyer. What else do we know about Edward? Also, why do we think Ernie Madsen Jr. is the father of Chris Rafferty? Because he's not. That can't be true. That's Chris Rafferty. He's the son of Clark Rafferty. We have that whole family tree done. I'm wondering about, where did I learn that? I wonder. Chris Rafferty. Let's see. Where did we put stuff about Davy? Guess we didn't. Where did we get this? Ernie's the father of Chris Rafferty. That's not true. This is okay. I think this might be where we got it. So an entry from a few months ago claims that the owner of the site received an email from Chris Raff, I think on the site with faked proof that Ernie Madsen Jr. actually had a heart condition and wasn't poisoned. The owner claims that although the proof looks credible, he knows that the proof was fake because he's an expert at creating fake evidence. Blurry picture of the Roottrees Candy Company factory. Operation RT-29 is real. Did we look this up? We got an achievement for looking into every conspiracy. Some people out there claim that the Roottrees are changing the candy recipe to include more and more chemicals. Okay, so this is nothing. Got it. Madsen Jr. had a heart condition and wasn't poisoned. We know that Ernie Madsen Jr. he was one of the presidents, right? Okay, so Ernie Madsen Jr. was a president. He was the 4th president. So we know that. I don't know where we get that he's the father of Chris Rafferty. Like, it was around here, though, if I remember correctly. Let's see. Thomas Overwood. Nothing really here of value, I feel. So, where did this come from? I wish I remembered. Also, do we have Guy on here? We don't have Guy Hudson yet. Guy Hudson is the 3rd president. Makes me wonder if this is the Hudson. She married a Hudson. And like this would be Christopher Hudson, and this would be Bonnie Hudson, and this would be a different name, possibly. Hey, Sporadic. How are you today? How's things? Nice to see ya. We are solving mysteries right now. It's pretty laid back, pretty chill. Okay, let's think through this. Let's go back through our notes. Feel free, yeah. Chill with the lurk. It's a pretty nice game to lurk to, I feel. Waking up from a nap. Oh my gosh, it's 12:30 a.m. I'm like, should I have started streaming when I should really just go to bed? But no, I want to play more of this. I'd like to beat this. Davey. I think we got his. David's a Kellogg. We don't know the Kellogg family either. So David and Bethany are Kellogg's. Stephanie. I think we got Stephanie, didn't we? So Stephanie has to be Stephanie Cattrall. We don't know where the Cattralls are. There's a Sam and a Stephanie Cattrall. Okay. So that could be, she's an only child somewhere, maybe around here. Probably on this side, honestly. That could be here with a Cattrall. Gwyneth Madsen. Only 9:30. Oh goodness. 10:30, 11:30, 12:30. So yeah, that must be. It must be West Coast, Best Coast. Hey Iggy. Dog at home with mom. Dog is at mom's home, so I am free from dog bark. How's it going, Iggy? Nice to see you, Pally. I know. It's sad because dog gone, but it's happy because dog not bark at me. Heck yeah, what'd you play, friend? I was out until probably about an hour and a half ago. Let's see. Don't know that I want to use another hint yet. Coloring pixels? Is this like a Picross game or what? Is it like color? It's like color a dinosaur. Produce evidence. Okay. Did you color a dinosaur? Wait, I'm sorry. The developer of Color a Dinosaur is a fascist? I'm sorry, what? Okay. We've got these Chris's cousins. The only ones that are two siblings are here, I believe. Or here. Okay, so we're down to... But it wouldn't be here because Bethany's a Kellogg, and that wouldn't make any fucking sense. So the Kellogg's have to be over here. And this means that this should be... Are they? Hold on. Color dinosaur. I'm looking this up now. This is important. I mean, Tommy Tallarico. Oh wait, he is a Republican politician from California, member of the U.S. House of Representatives. Oh God. Supported the overturning of Roe versus Wade. I hope he dies. Okay. So we are going to guess that the Kellogg's are here. We need to figure out which is which. Which order do they go in? That would be back on Chris Rafferty's page. Davey, Bethany's the younger sister. I'm assuming it's David Kellogg the third. That means One of these is David. Well, this is David Kellogg. The third. Has to be. God. Fuck off. That sucks. Okay. Davy's a swimmer. These are students. They're students of some kind. I just don't know what kind of students. I'm assuming athlete is nothing, and swimmer is nothing. That would be wild. College student, K-12. I still don't know fucking Margalit's job. God damn it. But I'm gonna guess that these two are right. I feel that in my bones. And then our only child has to be either here or here. And that is her. That's Stephanie Cattrall. Which means she must be Gwyneth's kid. So otherwise she'd be a Madsen. Well, we're wrong somewhere, because otherwise we'd have 3 locked in. Okay, so is athlete's not a job? Oh, it is. Pro athlete? He's a swimmer for University of Connecticut. Hey, Zebra Cakes. Yeah, we're sharing a little late night, trying to solve some mysteries. How are you doing? I really think he's a college student, but maybe he's a pro athlete. We go with search for Yukon. Davy Kellogg the fourth. Okay, we got that correct. Your second is your competition, though, doesn't seem relevant. Yeah, he's a college student. Let's go. Sorry, okay. The Huskies. Search for Huskies. Okay. Oh, we all are. Dichotomi. I don't really understand what this is supposed to be. Like, we search for dichotomy. It's nothing. Okay. Show my D2? Like, she looks older. Maybe she's not a student in college. She's a middle school student, like, for sure. It says middle school behind her in this picture. So maybe she is not a student. Maybe that's what this is. Bethany's yearbook picture. So I think where we're wrong is Bethany's job. She's younger than David. I work for the Academy. She's younger than David. I feel like I'm just like throwing jobs in. This kind of sucks. She's not baby. And an occupation. Well, we have her. We have Davy. This has to be where the control goes. Because it wouldn't make any sense for... She's an only child. The only other only child is here. And like... If someone was married to Ernest Madsen, they would have the name Madsen. Like this person. Should be Nicole Madsen. Boom. Done. Okay. Names just make sense. So that's Nicole Madsen. These are going to be Roottrees. This is whoever the fuck this is. Whoever Edward's son is. And then Miracle Roottrees' firstborn. Or thirdborn. Or secondborn. Thirdborn? What am I saying? I'm just gonna say names. Okay. Man, I feel like I should just be good. I also wish I knew this fucking lady's occupation. Margolite. It's nothing. Okay. On Business Watch. On Butler County. She's not a musician. She's not an actress. Not a starlet. She's not a teen blast. Okay. I mean, her daughter is an actress. She wasn't an actress? Okay. We know she's not a secretary or a housewife, right? Because we guessed those. SEAL Team 6, right? Linus Cornwall. We do know, we did find out a little bit about Linus Cornwall. That was in an interview with one of these magazines. Starlet Gwen. Okay. Bill Williams. Okay, that's the only really time we get anything about Cornwall is from this interview. We don't really learn what her mom does is the problem. God, I feel like guessing is just so cheap. But I feel like I could theoretically just go through every possible job and eventually get her. sucks. This sucks. I don't like doing this. It makes me feel bad. Okay. Let's see what else we got here. Roottrees are brute force. I'd rather take a hint than brute force, if I'm being honest. We have used one hint, and it was a pretty good one. It was pretty helpful, even though it was something I felt like I should have done a long time ago. Oh God. Why are there 4 clues still coming from this Jim and Diamond album? I should finish Oberdin one day. I got really far. I didn't play that. That one I did not play on stream. That one I played mostly while I was trapped on top of a mountain. Okay. The lyrics contain no clues, so we're ignoring that. I still don't know how there's 6 clues in this newspaper clipping. That is blowing my mind. It's like, what? Go back to the Butler County Times, maybe? Protect. We already searched for this. This is what we got. Yeah. PS4 Spider-Man is a great trauma game. I should also play Spider-Man 2 at some point. Pop a hint. There's a tangent in James Roottrees' spider search result that's worth investigating. Okay. Interesting. Tangent. Yeah. Aha! Diamond Dazzlers is the name of the official fan club for Jim and Diamond. You find a forum post called Cool Things You Got in the Mail. One reply mentions that Jim and Diamond still send out a Christmas card every year to Diamond's Dazzlers, accompanied by some pictures as well as some history about the fan club. Apparently, even though it is no longer available to join, Jim and Diamond still honor it themselves personally. There was a fierce debate in the subsequent post about whether that's cool or pathetic. Amongst the pictures of Christmas cards from over the years, only one is relevant. The card from '96 includes pictures of Jim and Diamond's young son, Wolf, as well as a note about his daughter's band, the Floozies. Okay. So, that means Wolf is their youngest son. However, this is a musician. And he's a student. Child? What? Portable music enthusiasts. And it makes sense that Wolf would be the youngest. This is only from 2 years ago. We'll search for the Floozies. Floozies are an all-female punk band operating out of New York City. They mentioned in passing an online review from earlier this year. They're the opening act of the band the viewer actually came to see. He writes that she normally doesn't review the opening act. This one was unusual, not because of the music, which she described as loud, fast, and repetitive, and not in the good way. The trio was extremely cagey about their identities. The reviewer asked the venue who they were, and she was told they were rumored to be the children of other famous musicians and didn't want that to be why they became popular. The reviewer also mentioned that for an underground and unknown band with absolutely no following, their equipment was all extremely expensive. Not only were they selling CDs, they only cost $1. They probably were losing a fortune. The reviewer said although she bought a copy, she would be unlikely to ever listen to any of it again except maybe Beef Baby, the 7th track. There was no picture of the Floozies performing live, but the cover from the CD they were selling, Conquistador, song by the Floozies. You can't actually find anything else about it anywhere, but with a name like that, it's hard not to speculate. It would be a euphemism or a newborn cow. Okay. Conquistador. Candy, Nikki, and Nina. Well. I believe this was like Candy Roottrees. Boom. Alright, what do we got? What did we actually lock in? I wonder. Okay. Okay. Lady?
On the phone, I said I owed you an explanation. But I can't reveal everything. Not yet. I'm sure this all seems like deception for deception's sake.
Yeah.
So I'll try to explain.
Yeah, she's gonna kill me by the end.
It's true, I'm working with lawyers. But not the candy company lawyers. My publisher's lawyers. I'm on the verge of releasing a book, and it's not kind to the Roottrees. Especially Elias and the 5 Pieces. The truth often isn't. But with the plane crash, the publisher is rightfully worried it'll look like I'm making things up to exploit a tragedy. So they're doing their due diligence. That's why you're here. To be sure there's enough evidence for an expert to unearth the whole story. If I tell you the whole story now, we can't prove that. I hope you understand.
That said,
I can say that the work you're doing is very personal to me. To my story, one spot on the tree is more important than the rest. You've likely noticed it. It's locked for now. I'll return one final time, after you fill it in. Also, there are fewer Roottrees left. In a sense, that makes it easier. Use process of elimination.
Umbrella, to the chest.
It's also harder to verify when you're right. You'll need 4 blood
Oh,
relatives
no.
before they lock from here on out. I don't have any more evidence for you, but trust your intuition. If something has a high number, it's not a mistake. You're getting closer and closer to the truth. I look forward to seeing you soon.
How could she? Okay. Well, this is what they're talking about. This is the problem. for a student K-12 for now and see what happens. Got these two. Got this whole tree area donezo. What is Margolite's job? No, what is it? Okay. Well, the high numbers include the campaign mailer and the newspaper clipping. And the fact that these have high numbers really bothers me. This is why. Because the two people who have pictures I've already connected. And I know Stephanie's, I believe, entire parentage. Yeah. All locked in. Now 22 years later with a baby of her own. Love is our future. Carl, I know we don't see eye to eye, but when it comes to the candy company, talk to your girls about putting out a statement of supporting Stephanie. She could use the publicity your daughters bring. Maybe if we look for... City Council. Stephanie Jones. Pretty sure we've already looked for her here. That's how we got this. Okay. Yeah, we did this already. What about Brian Jones? Taking over his father's print company. So with your new client. Okay, he just owns a printing company. Great. Cool. Let's see. Maybe love is our future. So, two things about Sam. Which Sam is up here. We know she married Ernest Madsen. Maybe we need to start getting pictures of these people, right? We're missing only two people from this photo. This is the next generation. It's a redhead and this little boy. Oh, wait. Okay. That makes me think this is another picture of Miracle Jr. Who's the redhead? Well, that must be her. Always be willing to guess housewife. That must be Angelica Morton. Just by process of elimination, it has to be. She's the only person from that picture who doesn't appear elsewhere. I feel like this is the same smile and evilness on that kid anyway. Okay. And that would finish this picture off. For this picture, we have her. We don't have her locked in. We don't know who this is. I feel like he's going to show up here. Let's see. What do you do for a living, Marguerite? Oh my god. Let's see, and then this picture is wild. There's so many people we don't recognize from this picture. One of these is Guy Hudson. What has she had? I need to know. Guy Hudson is here. I think we got him somewhere, didn't we? Guy Hudson is the third president, right? Let's see, where is it? Yeah, Guy's the third president after Zach, before Ernie Jr. Ernest Madsen Jr. is here. I think. Do we have a lot of Hudsons? We do. We have at least 2 Hudsons. Man. So I was gonna say maybe this. She married Guy Hudson. But then that would leave them with 3 kids, one of which did not have the Hudson name. They keep being dead, T-Tree. I don't know what to tell you. I wish I could do anything in my power to fix this. Bonnie. B-O-N-N. So Bonnie Hudson. Deeply disappointed, yes. One of these is Bonnie Hudson. Unless that's Bonnie Hudson. I figured that would be... Alright, and this is an Eli. Do we have all the Elis yet? We are still looking for Elias M. Hey, Defin, Eli Whitney. I heard that guy invented something pretty cool. He invented the Roottrees, yes. Okay, let's see. What are we missing here? The glasses on these kids, maybe? Which would make them her kids. That looks right. We know Samantha has kids with glasses. When in doubt, put housewife or secretary because this game is sexist. Okay. I think these are the right people here. I suppose, and it doesn't make any sense that this didn't lock in. We had this already, and this did not lock in. So maybe these are switched. And maybe it's maybe this entire thing is switched. Let's fuck around with that and find out. So this would be Sand Patrol. This would be Gwyneth Madsen. This would be Ernest Madsen Jr. So, who was the 4th president? We don't know what she did. This is Nicole. Stephanie Trawl. Okay. All right. I just had them switched. I got her on housewife. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. This game. All right. All right. Okay. We got this. We don't know who David Kellogg's wife is. We don't know who Angelica Morden. Are there any more Mordens? Well, there's Mordens over here too. The last Morden is here. This is the end of the Morden line. A name. Okay. All right. That's progress. Oi. So this begs either November, Tessa, or Elias. Now the fact of the matter is, November is probably this kid right here. That's what makes sense to me because the childish print writing it says November. Which makes me think Okay, wait a minute. Edward Roottrees. Or was it? Illegal to marry south of Pennsylvania. His daughter's black. That's what it is. Okay. So, November. We don't know what our occupation is. I mean, I don't know. I don't know about that. I can't imagine she's just a student forever, but this is the only picture we have of her. Yeah, so he married someone who was illegal to marry south of Pennsylvania, which means he was in an interracial relationship. Interesting. I wonder who his wife was. Interesting. Okay. I think that's November, though. Is there anything that's like November? Got lots of names in the Free Spirit, pictures in the Free Spirit photo still that need to go up. It's beret. It's mustache. We know this is an Eli of some kind. There's so many Elis. What are we overlooking here? Alright. So saying there's... how is this connected to 6 things? We're going to read intuition again. You've been in this line of work a long time, so long in fact that you've developed a sixth sense for how useful your evidence can be. First, how many clues are connected to a specific piece of evidence? Higher the number, the more there is to find. At the start of your search, the notables listed off alarm bells. As you progress, these numbers will change. Whenever you find more evidence or lacking family members, new discoveries will be added to the list, and old evidence will become less useful. Trust your intuition. If a piece of evidence seems too good to be true, take a closer look at the people or phrases it mentions. Okay. So, there's something about here. Gosh, what could we be looking for? I wonder if Stephanie Jones is in something else? We haven't searched in some of the periodicals? So we've got her in the Butler County Times. Business Watch. Modern Music. Silver Screen. Starlet. Team Blast. Okay. Ugh. So maybe she didn't write a book, so we don't have her for any periodicals. Still full of love. Why is that in quotes? I'm like, why is this? I just don't understand. I believe Sam is her mother, Carolyn Morden, because she is estranged from the business side of the family, and so she's asking for her brother's help. It could be Coconut Monkey. We haven't really seen anything else about Coconut Monkey just yet. But I mean, if I go to Spider Search and I type Yeah, it's nothing, so that's not gonna work. But I'm glad we tried it. It would stand to reason that Carolyn Morden is in... Well, I do believe that is Carolyn Morden in that, with that beret on. That's the same person. What is that picture with the blonde girls? This one. Shiva candle. Ernie. Where's Ernie? This is Nicole Madsen. This is Brenda. No, this is whoever. We don't know who this is, but this is Ernie's daughter. Okay. Debbie. Her name is Debbie. Deborah Bean. Okay. This should... Once we figure out Gwyneth's occupation... She's probably a housewife, right? Then... And or a secretary. Alright, let's search the periodicals for Gwyneth. Let's find out a little bit more about Gwyneth. What's her last name? Madsen. Nothing there. Nothing of value. Obviously, she's not going to show up here. Just the Madsen family. Okay. Okay, so... We don't know what Gwyneth does for a living. Don't want to just spray and pray. But I think we've got the rest of this whole tree done other than Gwyneth's occupation. Do we have any notes on Gwyneth? Let's see. Okay. We know the 5 pieces. Alright, let's see. Looked at the Roottrees versus RR recently. RR to successfully remove a fellow family member. The only RRs are, I'm assuming it's the brother fight. They were trying to remove each other. we're down here. We still don't know Marguerite's fucking job. Okay. If we go, we do have the book. She felt betrayed when her sister Gwendolyn and cousin Bonnie gave up on dreams to settle for boring men. So when her sister Gwendolyn and cousin Bonnie. So there's Gwendolyn. Cousin Bonnie. It's not second cousin, but just cousin. This is probably Bonnie. Well, that's interesting. But wait a minute, that can't be right then. The Hudson? Because there's other Hudsons. Oh, wait. Hudson, Bonnie, Guy. Assuming this is Christopher. And that's the Hudson clan. Okay. Okay. So I think we've got those names down. Her brother-in-law, Dr. Wilson. Okay, so these are going to be all the Wilsons. He's completely bogus. Dr. Wilson. Oh shit. Dr. Stephen Wilson is a pediatrician who practices. I figured searching for Dr. Wilson would be ridiculous because it's too like non-specific. Though there are a lot of Stephen Wilsons and Dr. Wilsons, this one apparently found a way to gain the search results, and he pops to the top every time. He's a pediatrician to the stars. There's a picture of him on his website, as well as a picture of his 3 children. 3 of them look as though the photographer was holding them hostage. Credit to child Jason. You suspect you might not be written by a 10-year-old. My dad is the best dad in the entire world, and he treats every patient with world-class care. He'll treat your children like you would me, my big brother, or my sister. All right. Dr. Stephen Wilson. Okay, so. That's Stephen. Yeah. Yep. Ha. Okay, so we can probably do it like this. And like, so we know from, so he's Jason. She's probably Jim, making him Zach Wilson. He is probably college student, student K-12, student K-12. Wow. Okay. Deborah Bean, Stephen Wilson. Got him. Got her too. Lovely. Feels good. Okay. Going places. We are going places. We are in the end game now. Hey, Estelle. Absolutely spoiled. Yes, I did this for you, for all of you. Not because I want to solve these mysteries and not have forgotten it. But the next time I get the stream. It was the only way. It was the only way. Okay. So, things we have but need. I saw Cats in America a couple days ago. It was alright. Solid C. I'd like to see more of Anthony Mackie in the role. So wait, it's interesting that we did not get her correct. Because I was certain of this. It's probably just the incorrect job. Because I'm assuming she is not a child forever. So she is not an ageless being stuck in the body of a child for her entire life. So that makes sense. This is... How many Roottrees do we have left? Well, we only have 2 unassigned Roottrees, which means this has to be Elias, which means it's this guy. As we know. And there's only a couple of other Roottrees left. In fact, the only one left is Tessa Roottree. That's Tessa. Okay. Alright. Are we missing a lot of names here? For the pictures, I think we have the names on every picture. Missing a couple spouses here and there, but they really don't matter. I love seeing that you've played Stardew Valley recently, because it makes me want to play more Stardew. I wish I could get mods running on my Steam Deck easy. It's just so hard. Alright. Bonnie Hudson. So Bonnie's got to be in here. Right? Let's go back to that picture. Oh, look, the newspaper clippings dropped from 6 to 2, by the way. Because... we search for Dr. Wilson from here. Very cool catch by me. Very cool catch by me, a smarty. Marriage to Mark. Did we get that already? We did, Mark Langdon. I think that's the correct way to go about it. First of all, at the end of the day, stream what you have fun with. I do spend a lot of time worrying about like, hey, what do people want to watch? But also, what do I want to play? And sometimes I just want to farm. And that's beautiful. It's campaign mailer. Okay, so that means let's go search for... Where did we get that campaign mailer? The Flute Needs Our Bread is a video game about a fictional family called the Roottrees. Weird. Okay. I agree with what Iggy just said. Yes. And what did I hear recently? In a podcast, that joy is in these dark times. Finding joy and expressing joy is perhaps the greatest form of resistance you can do. And I love that. father. Small report. Where did we get? The mailer. That was given to us, right? The mailer was given to us. Boy. Love is our future. That just, like, I don't know. Is there someone named Love? Like, her baby is going to be named Love, I'm assuming. I don't know. Am I writing fanfic about this? What's happening? Love Landon? Love Jones. Love Jones, hell yeah. Okay. Gwendolyn Morden is around here somewhere. Let's go to Free Spirits picture. Eli's got like a mechanic's shirt on here. So maybe he is... Construction? No. Driver? No. Mechanic. So he's a mechanic. Back to the picture. Bonnie. Bonnie we have. Bonnie is a... Bonnie Hudson. So one of these is Bonnie, for sure. Obviously. Is Christopher on here? Christopher's not on here. Christopher Hudson. But Bonnie Hudson is. As is Carolyn Gwyneth. Gwendolyn? Gwendolyn's on here too. So these are the two women we don't have attached to anyone. She's pregnant. And she's got red hair. Okay. Like her mom. Got it. That's probably Gwendolyn Morden. Okay. So... Guy, Ernie Jr., Gwyneth. So Guy, Ernie Jr., Miracle Jr., Jim, Clark, Carl, Eli. That's 7 males. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So, pictures we don't have of these guys. We've got Eli. Christopher is not on here. So that is not Christopher. Is Tessa on? No. So wait, what names don't I have here? Guy Hudson. Let's find him real quick. What if it's... This is Christopher Hudson. This is Guy Hudson. Guy Hudson's the president. Guy is a third president. That makes sense. One of these is Guy. He looks like her. And they look like siblings. Okay. Okay. Guy Hudson. We're also looking for Ernie Jr. I think we've got him already. Miracle Jr., that's him. We got him already. Jim Roottrees. I feel like this makes sense for Jim. So it's those eyebrows. Clark. Yeah, there's Clark's smile. That would be every person in that picture. We don't know November's mother or what November did, but I do think that's November Roottrees. I think that's everyone in that picture. And we have identified everyone in this picture, even if they're not locked in. Okay. There's something in this ad that's gonna give us the job for that one girl, I bet. Hold on, wait a minute. What about... This is gonna be weird. This is a weird one. What about volume 1? Okay. Alright. This is a book about all things candy throughout history. It starts with historical accounts with some print advertisements for companies you've heard of, including an extremely early newspaper ad for 5 pieces that Charles Lee included due to a major misprint. Ancient Egyptian. Something error on the word available. Available. But wait, grape, elderberry, egg cream. Wait a minute. Look at this. What does that mean? Hey, Arms. What movie did you watch? EC. That's the Edward. So there's something wrong here. Excellent. I watched Barbie in theaters, but I didn't watch Oppenheimer until it was on streaming. Both movies very good though. Very good films. So what is this ad? Why? There's something wrong here. This ad here is, there's a hidden child. Wait, EC. EC is, in the diary. I never met EC in person. Pop once referred to him as a confirmed bachelor. EC. Okay, so I can already put together what's going to happen here. So, oh, so you actually did the whole Barbenheimer theater experience. Very cool. EC and Miller are going to go here. They raised Samantha, but they are also Roottrees. Because it would be from the ad. Elderberry egg cream EC. But egg cream was taken out because he was homosexual. That's what I'm guessing. And that's the scandal that our lady's gonna write about. So if you want to just like, hey, I figured it out. We want to just sort of like come back. We just want to come back. I figured it out. I solved the puzzle. I'm pretty sure that's it. Okay. Let's see. You know what? Here's one thing I'm not really taking into account. All of the free spirits had some kind of like artsy job, except for the presidents. Are they all supposed to be artists? I don't know. Artists and dancers. I don't know. We know that from one of the earlier diary entries. From Aunt Margot. What the fuck does Marguerite do? What does she do? She's probably a housewife, right? And I just haven't connected it all yet. Just gotta get 5 to lock her in. I'll just leave it on housewife and just see what it says. That's definitely Marguerite. That's definitely her picture. Who's in the military, I wonder? Are there red herring jobs? Check the doc. Brian Jones's business website. Wow, really? It did? Okay. Dang, did I miss that? Okay, well I know where that's at. It even has frames. The address, hours, and a few examples of clients and the type of work that was done for each. Roottrees Motors. That's new. Roottrees Motors. Okay. So They're a local business. There's an ad for Roottrees Motors in the paper. Used to be called Wilkins Motors. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Okay. It's down to 1 now. We have a new... where's Wilkins at? We had some Wilkins somewhere, didn't we? Catherine Wilkins. There's only 1 Wilkins. Probably married some Roottrees man and ruined everything. Oh wait, Motors, right? So it's probably here. Wilkins? Tessa Roottrees. Okay. So this is Wilkins. Tessa Roottrees is also a mechanic. Right. This is Tessa. Suck it. Unbelievable we got her with housewife. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Okay. We do not know what Miracle's wife's name was. And who would marry this man. There's not a lot of people left. Okay. Wow. Alright. So that must have been how that connected to that. Let's fucking go, baby. What do we got? 2 clues on that. In fact, nothing has any clues except for the newspaper clipping, the campaign mailer, and the century on Sam. Gwyneth has the green thumb of her mother and her adopted grandfather. Gwyneth. So she's also a farmer? Okay. I think we just got Gwyneth's job, which finishes off this. I believe that's our 1 clue from here. I think that's it. Campaign mailer. Don't know how that connects. Newspaper clipping. Oh yeah. Man, oh man. Okay, let's go back and see the article from the Butler County Times about Carolyn Morden. So we need to go and look for sort of sculpture on his burden. Like self-portrait art and beauty of women. Let's go back and look at that book again, I guess. So we have Eloise and Stephanie already. is here. Centerpiece is a full-color nude self-portraits. Carolyn talks about influences. She was one of the youngest in her generation. In her late teens, she felt betrayed by her sister Gwendolyn and cousin Bonnie. Gave up on dreams to settle for boring men. Gwendolyn, I mean, housewives, right? They gave up on dreams. Father Zach, Mark. Well, there's only 2 clues from that. And I think making them both of them housewives is the key. I think that might be it. So it's 1, 2, 3. All that's left is her job. And she baby. Professional baby. Okay. We need to find out what her gimmick is. How do we figure out about November Roottrees? What else don't we know? This is a known female. Let's just fill in every blank we got with something. Over here, this is a known female. This is a known female. And that's it. What about our lawyer? This is not where we learned that. It's in the original diary, right? See if I can find it real quick. Hold on. Just looking for the line about it being illegal south of Pennsylvania. See if I can find something. She's the first Roottrees woman to be anything other than a housewife, and I am jealous. Wow. Okay. Dang it. Housewife. She eventually becomes a housewife, obviously. Okay, good. I'm glad she doesn't. Not that there's anything wrong with being a housewife if that's what you want to do. But yeah, hanging around the house is pretty cool. Why is there still something related to that freaking campaign mailer? What about more about his printing? Butler Summer Theater. November Studios. Ta-da! shit! River Studios, we got it. We got it. Leap in logic, baby. Okay.
To my genealogy genie. If you're reading this, it means you've locked in 49 blood relatives. Congratulations. I knew you could do it.
Thanks.
There are 2 more entries on the family tree I'd like you to consider. These last 2 are optional. You can summon me whenever you wish. However, this will end your search and reveal the truth. So make sure you're ready.
Okay. Okay. Who is EC? Would he be Clancy Edward? Would he be Edward Clancy? Okay. Alright, hold on. Oh no! Okay, so I think he's going to be Edward Clancy Roottrees. That's what I'm guessing. And then the other, because he's here. That's EC. We also know that see, maybe it's John Miller. John. Where's Miller at? I think it's John Miller. Or Mr. Miller. I'm guessing on the name here. We need to find the stupid clue about their naming. So I have to grow up in a house. And Gwyneth. Ernie? Why would it be Ernie? I don't know why it'd be Edward either. Ernie Jr. is yeah. This is Ernie Jr. It's the son of Ernest Madsen. EC's a farmhand. Also, we talk about farmhands. Edward Cullen. Clans of Trust. Yeah, the 5-piece guarantee is also something else related to it. About you have to be a blood relative to get money. The price of a single pack of 5 pieces. Like, this is from 1924, 1928. Between here and here, they get rid of them. There was an article or something somewhere about like how he names his kids. Okay. Just kind of go back over various things here. Okay, he's a conspiracy theorist and he sucks. It might be in the diary. We're going to go back and take a look at that in a second. Really likes it. Fake is a kind of an Easter egg. If you do like the song, it's the hardest part of love and lost in the wilderness. Got it. That's funny. Let's see. Okay, so let's go back to the diary. Wait, names. This one's called names. Yeah, there are 4 Eli's for Pete's sakes. That's how it is. I don't know which one they meant. My brother, my uncle, my cousin. Miracles, Eli or Eli C. Eli is a firm believer in using the names of each generation to honor those in the last. His father and Grandma Gwenna's father were named Edward and Clancy. Yeah, I really think he's Clancy Edward. Just stupid. Edward Clancy. Roottrees, the other name backwards. It is. I'm right. This is it. Okay. I feel good. I think this is it. But first. No. Okay. That's fine. Oh,
so,
no.
You thought EC was Edward Clancy Roottree? And his partner was John Miller? That's exactly what I needed to hear.
Okay.
I'm Sam Madsen, though you know me as Samantha Roottree. Yep, I got old. The only picture you have of me is from 40 years ago.
Okay.
My book tells the truth about Elias, the 5 pieces, and my parents. Not my biological parents, Elias Jr. and Patsy. My fathers, Edward Clancy Roottree and John Miller. By now, you've either read Lauren's diaries, or you're just an incredible guesser.
Column A, column B.
Lauren was right. I hated the 5 pieces. She just didn't know my full reasoning.
Even so, she needs to blame them more than just the 2 of them. She has no problems with us next gen, so she has a palpable hatred.
My father, Edward Clancy, was a great man. But his identical twin Clancy and his father, Elias, were not.
Identical twins? They do look alike.
At age 16, my father was caught kissing a farmhand.
Confirmed bachelor, yeah.
Back then, they wouldn't even acknowledge gay people existed. Having one in the family was unthinkable. The same year, I was born. A bastard granddaughter. 2 stains on Elias's perfect family. He decided to fix both. They tried to erase Edward Clancy. They even removed his 5 pieces flavor. His name was deemed a dirty word. He became EC.
Yep. EC. We got egg cream.
We were sent to the farm, and the 5 pieces did their best to keep the next generation away, to isolate me from family. But Elias couldn't erase us from existence.
Hell yeah.
Laura never realized I was the little girl from her diary.
Your pop is my dad. Yeah.
Who could blame me for being so confused that day? Her father was an exact copy of mine, except without the beard. And while the 5 pieces celebrated a new factory, farmhands did the real work. It's a fluke there's a picture of my father at all, but there he is in the background. The 6th 5-piece. Patsy returned, and things got complicated for Elias. She fought for my freedom from a life she deemed unworthy.
Wait, I don't think we found this one. Steamy correspondence, historical letters with an erotic twist. Created by Tina Angelina. How awful it is that such beauty was ripped from its rightful fate, and worse, sent to live in possession of your brother's twisted twin, an outcast, forced to live to a life of labor under a wicked relative. By Patricia Christensen. Okay.
Elias relented, so long as I never learned the truth or receive inheritance. They knew I'd help my father. At Elias's will reading, I learned part of the truth. The rest I learned at home. I began to hate the 5 pieces.
None of them were surprised. It was quite a shock to everyone else, including Sam. She had been told her parents died.
My father made me stay silent. He was worried history would repeat, and that his grandchildren would become outcasts. His fears weren't unfounded. As you know, my son Ernie died a few years ago. He had trained to take over as president.
Okay. Learning the day-to-day from Zach.
But due to family politics, or perhaps hubris, it went to Guy, a real Roottrees. He nearly ruined the company.
Guy who was over his family. Okay, so Zach is a blood relative?
When Ernie took over,
Okay.
he saved the operation.
Ernie's
Over
or something.
13 years, he made the family billions.
The Roottrees record profits. Wow, I don't think I read this at all either.
Ernie earned about $36.
Right. Because of the 5-piece guarantee.
They got by on Debbie's salary, but when he fell ill, he couldn't pay his medical bills. His death was my tipping point.
Got it.
Originally, my book was meant to expose Elias's hypocrisy. Until I started to look into the other dirty laundry.
Such as Robbie Roottrees, tried under the name Robert in a French court of law, embezzled from our productions, fueled gambling
Ron
habit.
tried to have Robbie removed from the trust, but couldn't. Robbie was a blood relative, even out of wedlock.
Okay. So this sets the precedent that she can't be removed from the trust because her father can't be, no matter what. Yes.
That sounded familiar. The Clancid Trust that Elias established was designed to secure his family's future. His entire family's future. He couldn't write exceptions in without the whole thing falling apart.
Impossible to remove any direct descendant without completely dissolving
My
the trust.
book can definitively prove that Elias was not the paragon of virtue he's heralded as, and that my daughter and granddaughters are just as much family, at least in the eyes of the trust, as anyone else. The Clancid Trust will secure their future. They can decide what to do with their shares. But I'm old, and I'm not in it for the money. The truth has been eating away at me for years. But now, I can set the record straight. Thanks to you.
You're welcome.
As someone who enjoys searching for the truth, you might understand the power it has.
Yeah, I love the truth.
Whitewashing the past to protect the status quo can lead to repercussions in the present and future.
Hey, someone tell, like, the government this. Someone wants to just print this out and send it to government.
So thank you. You knocked it out of the park. With your expert work, the truth will come to light. And when it does, my share of the Clancid Trust is yours.
Oh, wait, what?
Like I said at the beginning.
Oh my god.
Set for life.
I'm rich. I'm candy company rich.
Looking at the family tree on your wall, now with my father's, everything finally feels complete. Unless a whole lot more Roottrees somehow appear from thin air, this is the last time I'll come knocking. Thanks again, and so long.
Okay, bye.
We're rolling on down to the sea.
Sam Madsen's book was published. It received mixed reviews. Life went on and a new president took over the company. The Roottrees family faded from the news cycle. And then everything changed. There's another mystery to solve. Roottrees Mania is now unlocked as a new game. Okay, so I'm a secret Roottrees. So there is a... If I do this, I'm assuming it goes back to where I just was. Yeah. Yeah. I can start trying to unlock that. That's not what I want to do. I don't want to play the other thing right now. I don't want to play through Roottrees Mania in its entirety on the stream, probably period. But I do want to at least go and see what the hell it is. How do I go back? Can I just not go back to the main menu? Game. Save and quit. Okay. Just like that. Just like that. The infamous family and a whole new mystery. Spoil icon. Okay. I'm fine. Yeah. Oh my god.
Hi, I'm Clark. Probably not who you expected to be knocking, but life's funny sometimes. You've done well staying anonymous. It took us a while to track you down. A lot has happened in the last year. Far too much of it public. But there's stuff going on behind the scenes too. I never wanted to be president. I'm not great with stress. And with my mother's deteriorating I'm sorry, I'm rambling. I'm not here for sympathy. I'm here because part of the fallout of Sam's book is that everyone's coming out of the woodwork.
Yeah, I should get shot.
Now that it's public knowledge, the Clancy Trust covers any Roottrees despite their history with us. A lot of potential cousins have surfaced. You may have seen that man on the cover of News Time. It was a disaster for us. And then Miracle went and made it all about himself. The long and short of it is, a lot of potential cousins just showed up. Sam's helping some of them, but she's not really going about it the right way. And she's not taking calls from anyone in the family. I let it slip through a mutual friend that I found you, and I was stopping in.
Okay, I'll shoot you.
It's manipulative, but I'm hoping she'll reach out to you.
Okay.
You can let her know I'm on her side. In the meantime, if you're willing, I can share our files with you. Pass them along to Sam if she reaches out. I'm genuinely hoping she'll realize I'm an ally. Feel free to do your own research. I've been told you enjoy things like this.
Insane.
To each their own.
Okay, so now we have a Possible Infidelity 3. I love that movie. This does give us all the other names and pictures and stuff, but that's fine. I was never going to go back and finish it. So the guy who just came up, that was Clark. That was this guy. So, possible infidelities. That means this person is also in the original tree. Got it. So we had to find out. Oh my gosh. He does look like he works in advertising. We had to find out. Okay. Interesting. Oh no, do they marry someone who's already married to someone else and have a kid with them? Oh my gosh. Scandalous. All the way. This is cool. I like how there's an entire second mystery. Wait a minute, what does this mean? Infidelity. Okay. And this gives us notable events. Okay, so I think that's where I'm going to stop. I don't know if I'll stream Roottrees Mania. I think I'll play it probably, but I don't know if I'll stream it. This has been fun though. This was a fun little mystery, fun little diversion. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you all enjoyed it. It's 2:30 in the morning, so I'm going to go to bed. But I might wake up and stream in the morning. I'm not sure. If we do, we'll play some Super Nintendo, probably. Yeah, good deduction. And now sleep, which is what I've earned for solving a mystery. Yeah, thanks for being here. Thanks for being you. I love you all very much. Have a great rest of your evening. Bye, everybody.